Good morning everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you my realistic weight loss routine that I have been doing, and as you guys could see this morning I started the day with breakfast. So yeah, I have a fairly filling breakfast in the morning. That is something relatively new because I used to have a Milo breakfast cereals for breakfast, which is higher in protein and has a little bit of fiber, but honestly that breakfast just wasn't filling enough and I had to change my breakfast. So now I have oats with blueberries and maple syrup because that is way more filling, it has way more fiber, and the milk that I use in my oats porridge is a high protein milk, so that gives me as much protein as I used to get in the breakfast cereal, in the Milo breakfast cereal. Secondly, I also eat 2 eggs now as well, just to give me a little bit more protein and a little bit more fats as well. And overall, this breakfast is a fairly balanced breakfast in terms of carbs, protein, fats, and I find that it keeps me so full early in the day, and that's a good thing because you guys know I've been struggling with hunger on this weight loss journey, and I had to do something about it. Obviously, when you are on a calorie deficit, which is what you need to do to lose weight, you will be a little bit more hungry, and that is normal. It's because, first of all, you may be eating a little bit less, but secondly, as well, as you are losing weight and you are burning fat, it's gonna change and alter some of your hormones, especially the hunger hormones, and that might make you a bit more hungry, and that is normal. But excessive hunger is not good. It's not a good thing because that excessive hunger can cause you to binge or overeat in the long term. So it's not about the short term really. For me, it's about the long term. It's about sustainable habits that I can maintain years after years after years. So for me, experiencing that extreme hunger was really problematic for me. So I changed things. I changed my breakfast and now I have a more filling breakfast. It's more satisfying, and right now I'm feeling so good, like I'm not hungry or anything like that. So yeah, as you can see, I'm in the car. I'm just about to head to the gym now. So now I have, because I've eaten such a good breakfast as well, I have enough energy to go and train in the gym. So I'm gonna, where are my keys? Where are my keys? Oh my gosh. Okay, my memory hasn't been great. Oh my god, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, we are going to start driving into the gym for a workout. So yeah, that is part of my routine as well. I do some kind of movement every day. I don't go to the gym every day, but I will do some kind of movement every day. Today it's gonna be the gym. Tomorrow it might be going for a walk. The day after it might be going for a run. But I try to move my body daily as part of my routine. But anyway, let's drive and I'll see you in the gym. Finished in the gym and I'm now heading to a medical appointment. My appointment is in 7 minutes, so I'm driving there now. But this was a pretty short gym session today. I only had like 45 minutes to work out, so yeah, I didn't actually have time to do all my exercises that I had on my program today, but that's okay. That is why the title of this video is realistic realistic weight loss routine, not perfect weight loss routine. So yeah, whatever time I have to fit it in, I will fit it in. But at the end of the day, we got to be realistic. Life happens. I've got things to do. I've got appointments. Oh shit, there's an fuck. I see smoke. There is, I think there's been a car accident. Shit. What the hell happened? There's smoke. I don't know what's going on. Doesn't look like anything's happened on the road. Anyway, not sure. But anyway, yeah, like I said, things happen, things get in the way sometimes, and realistic means you do what you can with the time and the resources that you have available to you. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to my doctor's appointment. So basically, I am heading to Bali in a month's time, and I need to find out if I need to get my travel shots or not, because I don't know if I need to. So I'm just gonna go and find out. And also last week I was supposed to get the flu vaccine and I didn't get it done last week. So since I'm heading to the doctor's now, I'm just gonna do all of this all at once and get it done and get it out of the way. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. It's not super exciting, but those are things that needs to be done. I'm home now. I got my vaccines. I ended up getting the travel vaccine and the flu vaccine as well. I am so happy that I got this done because I have been putting this off for weeks. I am one of those types of people who I can put things off sometimes, but I eventually get things done. And I'm so glad I got this done. I had to get two. So one side, I don't know which side is which, but on one side I got the Hep A and Hep B vaccines, because apparently that's one of the vaccines that you need to get to travel to certain places. And one of them was the flu vaccine, because I do not want to be sick. And I'm just about to have a snack. I've meal prepped this a couple of days ago. So yeah, part of my routine is also meal prepping. Obviously, I'm not gonna meal prep in this video because I've already done my meal prep, but I meal prepped that, I think, yesterday or 2 days ago. Let me show you what that is. So in here we have yogurt, so Greek, low-fat Greek yogurt, which is high in protein, very low in fat, like literally 2 grams of fat or something in here. And then I have some blueberries and some chia seeds, and also I have sprinkled a little teaspoon of sugar in here as well, just so it tastes really, really nice. And I know lots of people are scared of sugar, and there's a lot of stuff like fear mongering around sugar specifically, and carbs as well. A lot of people think they need to avoid carbs and avoid sugars to lose weight, and honestly it doesn't actually matter, because at the end of the day it's about your calories in versus calories out. So it really doesn't matter, like as long as you are in a deficit, okay? Like, let me say this louder for the people in the back. As long as you are in a calorie deficit, you are going to lose weight, okay? So it's not that important, and you do not need to eliminate sugar completely and carbs. In fact, you need those things to get energy. So if you want to work out and go to the gym and run and be active, you need carbs, because those are your body's preferred source of fuel. Okay, so stop demonizing sugar and carbs. Now, I'm not saying go to the shops and buy yourself a bag of lollies and start binge eating lollies. This is not what I'm saying here, because obviously if you have an excessive amount of sugar, then obviously this is going to lead to consuming excess calories as well. At the end of the day, it comes down to calories, okay? Secondly, whenever I have sugar, and there's sugar in this obviously, and this morning in my breakfast with the oats, I did put maple syrup in my oats. But whenever I have sugar, I try to have this sugar as part of a balanced meal. So I don't have just sugar by itself, although it's okay, you can do that. It's not a crime, you know, you can have candy by itself. It's it's legal. But whenever I have straight up sugar, I try to combine it with fiber, because the fiber will slow down the digestion of that sugar, and so it's going to help stabilize your blood sugar. So you're not gonna get the sugar high and then energy crash, which happens when your blood sugar drops. And getting the sugar high and sugar crashes are more likely to happen when you have refined sugar like maple syrup or things like just regular sugar. But when you have that with, say, oats, because oats have fiber in it, and I had blueberries as well, it has fiber, and even in here chia seeds is very, very high. Did I say there's chia seeds in this? I don't know if I've said that already, but this has chia seeds. So when you have sugar with chia seeds, it's fiber, and you have it with protein as well, you do not get that sugar high and then crash, because this will take longer to digest, and it's also going to help keep you fuller for longer, so you don't feel hungry. But anyway, I think I'm talking too much, because I actually need to eat. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna eat these. Oh, let me tell you the time. It is midday. So last time I ate breakfast was, I think, around 8:30, or I can't remember what time I had breakfast, but I think it was around 8:30 or 8 o'clock or something like that. So now it's been around 3 hours and a half already since breakfast. So now is a very good time for me to eat, and I'm starting to feel very hungry anyway, so it's a good time for me to eat. And I'm gonna eat this, and also going to be doing some work as well. Going to be doing some work as well. I am a school teacher, and currently I am on school holidays. So the routine that I'm showing you currently, I guess it's a little bit more relaxed. Generally, if I have to work, then I'll go to the gym either before work or after work. And this is generally a snack that I'll have at work anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna do some work. I've got some lesson planning to do for my classes. Just gotta make sure everything's ready to go because I go back to work in a week. I like to be organized. I really like to be organized and get things done, because then things run more smoothly and I feel less stressed and overwhelmed when I work full time. So let's do this. Let's do it. Let's try this, yeah? See, even though I've added sugar to this, I still find it a little bit too sour. And that is the reason why I put sugar in this. It's like, because the Greek yogurt is sour. It's sugar-free Greek yogurt. And those berries here, they were like the frozen berries. And they're not particularly sweet, I find. So the whole thing ends up being sour. That's why I put some sugar in there. So it tastes nicer. But I find that even now, like, it still tastes a little bit too sour. For the most part, it's okay though. So I am just about to have lunch now. Good thing I have already meal prep. I cannot stress enough just how much meal prepping helps. It helps a lot. Like, imagine if I had to cook right now, then I would have to cook and then I wouldn't be able to do the other things that I need to do. Meal prepping is a huge time saver. Obviously, it does take a lot of work. You guys have seen, if you've seen my meal prep videos, you would understand. Like, I spend the whole day in the kitchen sometimes meal prepping, but it is well worth it, because on days like today or on days when I have work, it saves so much time. So let me show you what I've got for lunch. This has all been meal prepped. Obviously, it's all in containers. So this is some jasmine rice here, which I need to weigh on the scales. And how do I, well, I'm just gonna weigh it this way because it's easier. I generally have 200 grams of rice. I find that 200 grams of rice, it works for me. It's not a lot of rice, so in terms of carbs, it's not super high in carbs, but at the same time, it's not like a tiny amount of rice either. It's filling. So no, that's 150. So I'm gonna need that's 220. Yeah, 209. So that's good enough. So 209, because I track my calories. I basically put whatever I eat, I track it in an app. You guys probably know that if you've been watching my videos. So yeah, and it's really easy for me to track because I have the same amount of rice. Every time I have rice, I will have 200 grams of rice. And 209, if it's 209 or 220, like, I don't, yeah. Just as long as it's around 200, if that makes sense. So that's my rice. And then I'm going to have this with some cooked pumpkin that I made. I cannot remember when I made this, but I froze this. I cooked this and then I put that in the freezer. So, yeah. That's pumpkin. Yeah. Pumpkin. And then I have some tuna cooked in a tomato sauce. Look at that. I will show you a close-up. Don't you worry. It looks like a lot of food. So let me do that. Well, the weather is looking pretty good. I mean, it's overcast, but at least it's not raining and it's not super windy. So after this, I might go for a walk. I know I've already been to the gym today. I've already done my movement today, but going for a walk and getting those steps in doesn't help. And when the weather is good, like not good, this is not good weather. This is okay weather. This is non-miserable weather. And when the weather is like that, I will try to go out for a walk because it's been really hard to get out and go for walks. I found this winter, because it's been so cold and so windy and raining pretty much every other day. It's been raining so much, so it's been really miserable out there. So, but look, there's some sunshine. There's some sunshine coming in. So maybe I'll go for a walk after this, because I still need to do a little bit more work for school. I mean, schoolwork, because I'm a teacher. But let me show you my lunch. Look at this. This is tuna cooked in like onions and tomatoes, and yeah. When I have tuna, I don't just have a can of tuna, because that's plain and boring. Like it is. And I don't really eat plain / boring food, because I find that if I get bored, I'll often not eat my food because it's boring, and I will want to eat other food that seems more tasty or more exciting. So what would happen is, when I used to make those like really clean, really healthy, like boring AF type meals, such as, I don't know, rice and steamed broccoli and steamed chicken, it would be so flavorless and so boring. I'll eat it, and then the next day I have the same thing again, and I'll be like, oh my god, do I have to eat this again? It's boring as. And then after like day 3, I'll be like, okay, I'm not eating this. I am not eating this. And then I end up going on Uber, buying takeaway, or going out and getting takeaway. So to avoid that situation, I now prep food that I actually like. Yes, it might be a little bit higher in terms of the calories, because I've put tomatoes in there and I've put olive oil when I cooked it. Sure, it has more calories, but it's more tasty, and it's something that I actually enjoy eating. And it's not like this is really like processed or anything like that, you know. It's still whole foods. That's still tuna. That is still actual pumpkin in there. It's, yeah, this is more satisfying and filling compared to just some rice and a can of tuna on the side, and I don't know, you know what I mean. So yeah, that's why meal prepping is a very important aspect of weight loss, I find. because not only you save time and it makes things easier when you're busy, but also you can make things that you really enjoy, and that will help you stick to your diet, and you're less likely to go and get takeaway as well. Let me heat up my food. Let's start doing its thing. Okay, I'm just about to eat. Here's my food. I'm just about to eat this now, and I know some people are thinking, oh my god, this is a lot of food. I don't know, does that look like a lot of food to you? But a lot of people think that we'll look at something like that, or even look at all the foods that I had today in a day, and they'll be surprised that I'm losing weight eating all that food. And to be honest, if that was me several years ago, I would have thought the same thing too. I would have thought, how is that person losing weight eating all of that? How? But at the end of the day, it's not about how much food you eat. It's about how many calories you eat. And those two things are not the same thing. Like, you can have a tiny little portion of food, but if that food is, for example, chips, like, potato chips, for example, that's gonna have more calories than a large bowl of salad, which is just lettuce, for example. So don't let the amount of food fool you, and do not think that you need to eat less food to lose weight. It's not about the amount of food, it's about the calories that will help you lose weight in the end. And a lot of people use things like portion control. So they try to have smaller portions of food, and while this will certainly help you eat less calories because you're eating less food, the disadvantage of doing that is, well, you're eating less food, so you're more likely to be hungry. And hunger, as we've discussed in this video, is a big problem, because being on a calorie deficit already will make you more hungry. And if on top of that you are doing portion control and having very small portions of food, you're going to be really hungry, and that is not ideal, because this is, I mean, I've already told you why, right? I've already told you why being excessively hungry isn't great. So, having said that, I'm going to eat my massive portion of rice and my lunch now, and I'm going to enjoy my food. Let's do a taste test together. So we'll get a little bit of rice, a little bit of tuna, and a little bit of pumpkin. Oh, I'm losing food. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Just checking if anyone's walking behind me. It's a nice walk today. It's a pretty good weather today. It's not cold, and I'm only wearing that singlet and this jumper. Sometimes when I come here, I have to layer the hell up because it's so cold, but today is really nice. Yeah, it's not every day that I get to do this and the weather is good. Most days it's raining, cold, windy. Yeah, today's good. Today is good. What's the time? 2:30. 2:30. So I want to get a bit more work done. And I'm meeting up with my cousin this afternoon as well. So I don't know if we're gonna have dinner or just drinks. It's probably just gonna be drinks. But yeah, should be good. Look behind me. The horses. They are so pretty. so pretty. There's some more over here. They're gorgeous. Okay, I'm just about to head out to meet up with my cousin, and I just want to do a quick outfit, show you my outfit. So wearing this top and jeans. Let's do a mirror view because that way you can see the whole outfit. Apologies for the lighting is terrible today because it's overcast, but just want to show you the outfit. And also, so that's, I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse when it comes to weight loss, but some of the pants and denims that I got, you know, when I was bigger, now are way looser. Like, look how much space there is. Like, it's really, there's quite a lot of space, but I think that I can still make it work if I wear a belt. But even here, like, there's so much fabric here as well. And I think I do have some photos of when I used to wear these pants. I might try find a photo and put it side by side so you guys can compare. But that is another way that you can also measure your progress with your weight loss. You don't have to just rely on the scales. You can also go by how different your clothes fit as well. So I'm just going to continue getting ready. I'm going to wear a belt with this because it's just going to start moving down. So I'm just going to wear a belt, accessorize. I don't know which shoes I'm going to wear. Yeah, I don't know. What should I wear? That one or flats? I don't know. We'll see. So here's the outfit. I don't know. What do you think? I think it looks pretty good. Good afternoon. So yesterday I left off after dinner, I think. Yeah, I went out to dinner last night with my cousin. We caught up. We haven't caught up for a long time, so we caught up, and I don't know, we wanted to have a good time, eat some good food, and that's what we did. When it comes to socializing and dieting, I think that socializing and social events like birthdays, parties, farewell parties are definitely a big obstacle to a diet, because every time I go over with my calories, generally, not every time, but generally, it's because there's been some kind of event like a birthday or something happened and I ate different types of food, or probably more food that I would normally eat. So I don't think I ate a lot of food yesterday. I'm just checking if there's people behind me. Yeah, I don't think I ate a whole lot of food yesterday. I ate enough food to feel full. So what did I eat? I had dumplings. So pork dumplings. I had chicken wontons. I had this okra salad. And with the dumplings, I had 4 little dumplings and 4 little wontons. I don't know how many okras I had. I didn't count. And then I also ordered a main. I had a beef brisket and noodle soup. So, you know, so I actually tried to track the calories in those. I just entered those exact same thing I told you. I tracked that, I put that in the app, and all up, it was about 1,000 calories, which is actually not that much because my dinners that I make at home are often like around 800, 900 calories, sometimes up to 1,000 calories anyway. So that wasn't actually bad. So when it comes to dieting and social events, I try not to, I guess, miss out on social events. I don't go, okay, I can't go to this party, or I can't do that, I can't go out, I can't see people because of my diet, because that's not healthy. That is socially isolating yourself, and that used to be something that I used to do back in the days, and sometimes social things like that used to really stress me out because I knew that I couldn't stick to my diet if I went out to a birthday or a party or something. But now this is something that I try to be more mindful of. I try not to miss out on social events because of my diet. So I'll still go out, I'll still hang out with my friends, I'll still, do the things, do the social things. And I don't know, I just try to be mindful with the food, I guess. One thing that I have done that works is I'll basically just get a plate and I'll put all the foods that I want to have. And I did that for my nephew's birthday recently. There was his birthday, there was lots of foods, lots of different types of foods. So yeah, I got a plate and I just put all the foods that I wanted to eat on the plate, and then that's it. I didn't want to go back for seconds and thirds, and yeah, because when you go back and take for more food, you can't really, it's harder to track how much you're eating. Whereas I just get a plate, put everything on my plate. I also use my app as well because there's an AI feature on my calorie tracking app, so I can take a picture of my food and it tracks the calories for me. So I just do that and then that's it. I don't go and take more food. That's one way, like one strategy that I have used to try sort of minimize the amount of calories I consume on things like a birthday. So I'm not restricting myself. I'm not like saying, oh, I can't have this or that. I'm still enjoying myself. I'm still sharing food with the people that I love. I'm still gonna have a birthday cake, but I try to be more mindful of how much I'm having, if that makes sense. But I'm not gonna lie, social events definitely makes dieting a lot harder. Not gonna lie about that. And like yesterday when I went out with my cousin, it was fine because I only had 1,000 calories. When I went to my brother's nephew's birthday, that was fine as well. But there were other times where I went way overboard with the food. I will be dieting again in the future because I haven't lost as much weight as I thought that I would. I have lost weight, but not as much. So thinking of doing a diet again later, probably next year, because I don't want to spend like the whole year dieting. Like that's not a good thing. But if I can take something away from this experience, and when I do this again in the future, something that I might consider maybe is dieting during a time of the year when I know there's not going to be a lot of social events. Maybe that could be something I could do, I don't know. But sometimes it's hard to predict as well. Like, I mean, you know when the birthdays are going to be and stuff like that, but you can't predict all the social events either. For example, I definitely wouldn't diet in December over the Christmas period. That makes no sense to diet during that time of the year because there's just too many social events going on at that time of the year. It makes no sense to diet during that time. So yeah. But anyway, as you can see, I am on a walk You guys, it is, what time is it? It's actually 4 o'clock. Actually, it's 4:20 right now, and I'm only leaving the house now. Like, I just left the house 20 minutes ago. I actually spent the whole entire day booking my flight to Bali and organizing the holiday, booking the accommodation, booking the hotels and everything. This took me the whole day, the whole goddamn day. Oh my god. Like, how long do people spend on organizing holidays? Because it's a bit much. Like, the whole day, it took me 8 hours. I started doing this at 7:30 in the morning, and I was done by like 4 o'clock. And then I was like, oh my god, I haven't moved my body at all today. I've been on my computer trying to book those flights, trying to organize everything. So now I'm here walking. Yeah, trying to get my steps in. My day has been, I guess, productive. In a way, it's been productive, but there were so many other things I was meant to do today that I didn't get done, but that's okay. I am glad that I've booked my flights, because that was stressing me out. I may have mentioned this yesterday or in a previous video, but I'm actually approaching the end of my diet. I think I'm gonna do 2 more weeks on this calorie deficit, and after that I'm gonna stop the diet, and I'm gonna try and maintain my results, if that makes sense. And the reason I'm doing that is because I am going to be going away on holidays. Like we just discussed, being on holidays is not a good time to diet, and that's what I meant before. Like, timing is important. Like, you don't want to diet when you're going on holidays or when there's a lot of social stuff going on. You want to avoid dieting during those times. So I'm going away to Bali in a month's time, so I want to actually stop dieting before I go. Before I go on holidays, because the point of a holiday is to take a break, okay? It's to enjoy yourself. And I'm gonna be in a whole entire different country. I'm gonna like eat the food. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I don't want to be in Bali tracking all the calories and worrying about weight gain and all that stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm stopping the diet in 2 weeks time. That was planned, by the way. When I went onto this calorie deficit phase, I had planned to only do this for 2 months, and then that's it. And I'm almost done with it. So it's been about 6 weeks. Actually, it's been more than that. But anyway, you see what I'm saying. So basically, when I diet, it's not a forever thing. It's not like I start a diet and I'm forever on a diet. There's a starting date and there's an end date to this. So yeah. But anyway, guys, my back's hurting, and that's because I sat down all day. Now my back's hurting. I feel so old, you guys. I feel old. But anyway, I'm gonna go home. I might end the video here because I've basically showed you my entire routine, everything that I do to be in a calorie deficit. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.